because it's our people, farmers and people like that. So the people of Uganda have rejected the politics of sectarianism, of religion, of tribe. Anybody who has got eyes to see will see. And I'm sure get lessons from that. Therefore, the people of Uganda have stuck to the ideology of patriotism, love Uganda, Pan-Africanism, love Africa, moyo gwa Uganda, moyo gwa Africa, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. They have rejected the idea of moyo gwa mawanga and moyo gwa madini. The madini are for God, not for roads and hospitals and so on. Those are earthly things which are handled here. Tribes, I'm a very cultural person. I have written a Rinyankore dictionary, but do not mix politics with the tribes if you are not an enemy of Africa. Therefore, I congratulate the people of Uganda, and in this term, we shall reaffirm the ideology of patriotism and Pan-Africanism and reject sectarianism and parochialism. The Chengera problem, the issue of not a problem, the phenomenon of huge production will be addressed partly by working with our East African partners on the federation and common market of East Africa. Shall intensify our efforts there in this Kisanja. And some people, like those fellows, foreigners who say, oh, why have you been in politics for a long time? Yes, I've been in politics for 60 years. Because of the aims. If they are fulfilled, I would, or on the way to being fulfilled, I would happily retire. But when I see, for instance, total stagnation on the issue of East Africa, very little movement, and you see all these so-called political actors, nobody is talking about the issue of East Africa. How will our future be if we do not solve the problem of the market? Are we going to have a Latin America in Africa? Because that's what happened to Latin America. They are there, smaller countries, no unity. They are all very poor and suffering. Neighboring them, United States, which was like them a colony, these were colonies of the British, but which decided to unite. They are now a very powerful center of gravity for the whole world. South America is a land of misery. So the question is, so-called political actors, is Africa going to be a Latin America? A place of just no vision? If all these people wake up and they start producing the way we are encouraging them to wake up, even the few that have woken up, the 32% who woke up, already too much sugar, too much maize, too much milk, too much bananas. Okay, there are other solutions to marketing. You can have some other solutions, but one of the major ones is regional integration. I have not, in all these campaigns, I have not heard any of so-called presidential, whatever you call them, talking about the issue of African integration. They are talking about eating the ritual that is here, which we have created. We struggled, stabilized the country, created some prosperity. Now that's what they want to eat. Kanakaliwo, kebariko. How about what is the future? These people are waking up. They are going to produce. They are already producing maize. What? Where do we sell it? So-called. Why are you not talking about the unit of Africa? Who will talk about it if the political leaders don't do it? And the church leaders are giving lectures about everything else. Who is talking about the unit of Africa? You talk about the unit of Africa, then I will be sure that I'm not needed because people are moving. But if you don't, and I'm still able to talk, and the people of Uganda are able to support me, I will talk about it, with or without your support. Nobody can stop me talking about the future of Africa when you are talking about nothing, just eating what is there. Who created this prosperity which is there now? It is the NRM. Now, if you don't want to add on, instead you want to destroy the little which is there, we shall not allow you. If the people of Uganda agree with us, we shall also present our case to them, like we did recently. So, if you are serious, be serious, and we talk about the future of Africa, the future, including Uganda. We are not going to tolerate the misbudgeting of Parliament. In the past, I was polite. I didn't want to talk about this because many of the people involved were my supporters. So the new MPs who have come from the beginning, we must meet in Chankwanza and agree. We shall not, I will not tolerate, I will not accept. This time, I will not accept MPs budgeting for their own increase of salaries. No, this will not happen. In the past, I was polite, trying to talk, to advise, to talk. At one time, the parliament passed a motion against me that rebuked me, or conjure, that I had told them that they should stop being egocentric. But this time, the budget must go for defense, because we must have a robust defense. You have seen how it is necessary. Number two, the roads. Fortunately, on the roads, we are already spending quite a bit. The roads and the railway, electricity, the hospitals, the schools, paying the scientists well. We want to pay our scientists well so that they work for the country. The scientists are about to find, I was quarreling with Museveni before I came here, because they were supposed to start trying the anti-corona medicine. We have a medicine which our people think can successfully treat corona. But they were supposed to start trials on the 15th today. Now Museveni was telling me that because the internet was down, they couldn't start. Rubbish. If the internet is not working, drive to where the people are. Oh no, the things are on the computer. Go with the manual. I was not happy with that lack of imagination. Then budget for the wealth funds. We must put enough money for the youth fund. I don't want to hear the youth crying that they don't have capital. We shall put enough money. Now, these confused fellows of ours, the foreigners, who are shallow, they are not serious. they were analyzing. There's a high turn-up. You had in the BBC and this other Arab channel called Al Jazeera, which is also a problem apparently. This high turn-up in Uganda, and this high turn-up is likely to favor Bobby Wine. They think youth is just biology. They don't know that youth is biology, but also ideology. Now, the youth have turned up in big numbers. Museveni has got 6 million votes. Bobi Wine has got 3 million and something. So, where did, if all the youth voted for Bobi Wine, then how did Museveni get all these votes? Shallow. Not serious, but also indisciplined. Why do you go into people's affairs? Africans, we don't have that culture. To go into somebody's house and start, this chair should be here. I can't do it. Even if the chair is bad, the place, I will pretend not to see it and go. They have like a barbarian culture of Buyaiism actually. Don't talk about things you don't know. The majority of the youth support the NRM, and the number is going to increase. Yes, Bobby Wine and others are young. Of course, I don't think even somebody of 40 is young. By the age of 40, if you are young, then that means you are stunted. The youth are 18, 19, those are the ones you call youth. You cannot say a middle-aged man, Mshuja wa Hamia, the Wanyankore, they don't even have the language. Youth. A man of 40, 38. It's not a youth. This is a Mshuja wa Hamia, according to the Wanyankore. From 35 to 50, the Wanyankore is Mshuja wa Hamia. Umtsigazi, the youth is from maybe 16 to about maybe 25. Beyond that, you are a Umsheja, you are a man. But anyway, the youth need capital. And we shall get the capital. Because we have the money, we have the tax money, but the money is being misbudgeted. This will no longer happen. We must ensure the full monetization of the economy. We don't want to continue with this Okorechida. All the leaders in their areas, respective areas, must work very hard to ensure that their area is fully monetized. I don't know whether you have got that picture of Rwengaju. If you have the Rwengaju, you can see it briefly. Rwengaju.
My name is Richard Nyakana from Rwengaju Model Village. Rwengaju Model Village, and I'm the owner of Kana Farm, started in 2008 after His Excellency the President had visited this place and advised farmers to come up with some specific economic activities on their farms. This farm is on a 1 acre model. It has got two major economic activities or enterprises. One, it has a poultry unit. The poultry unit right now has got 3,500 birds, but we are making extensions. We are looking to have 10,000 birds in the next 2 years. That's the projection. It has got a zero grazing unit of four cows, as you've seen, and we are making also an extension to add more two, so that we can have 6 cows for the zero grazing unit. This farm we started with only, the background of it, we started with only 500 birds with 1 unit. So every 5 months, we could add on an additional unit, until now we have reached to a capacity of 3,500 birds. The birds, every day they are giving us, because they are laying in shifts, they are giving us 60 trays. But I think by January we'll be getting 100 trays, because another lot will be laying. And right now these cows are giving me, every day I'm getting 80 liters from these cows, because I started with 2, I was getting 35, they added to 40, then when I added on additional 2, now they're giving me 80 liters a day, the 4 cows now. On top of that, the zero grazing unit for cows is doing wonders for us, because it is providing biogas, which gas we are using for cooking in the house. His Excellency the President came up with an idea that those with 4-acre model, they can, plan and have 4 enterprises on the 4 acres, but we could not get the 4 acres. So he said, for us who have got small pieces, let us also develop a 1-acre model concept, but in fulfillment of His Excellency the President's vision and interest. So that's how we came up with this 1-acre model concept, and it's working out.
Now, that is Richard Nyakana. That's Richard Nyakana. From 1 acre, the man is earning, is selling 60 trays of eggs per day. So he ends up earning 216 million shillings in a year. And then from milk, he's selling 80 liters from 4 cows, 80 liters per day. And then he's earning 28 million shillings in a year. And that makes him earn 244 million shillings in a year from 1 acre. And the whole village of these camera people did not capture the whole, because I wanted them to capture the whole village, because it's not just Nyakana. When I interacted with them, and they were told are people who learn very quickly. They are disciplined, they are polite, they are not arrogant. When they hear something good, they copy it. I do not talk to them very many times. I talked to them once, and they got the concept. By the time I went back, the whole village, I think now the village is like, I will get the camera for the whole village, get a video so that you can see it in some other occasion. But it's not just Nyakana, it is now the whole parish. Now, the other man of West Nile, I don't know whether he's, this is Chikai. Now, that Nataria Vura, the one you saw, is earning 700 million shillings from mangoes. 700 million shillings a year. And this does not include what he earns from oranges, because he has got 350 acres of mangoes and 250 acres of oranges. So therefore, I really want all the NRM leaders to make sure that we do not allow anybody to go on with who has land to go on with working for the stomach only. Free education will be implemented fully. I want free education to be implemented fully. Land evictions will be zero tolerated. I had one of my supporters, the Honorable Nabakova, in Mitiana, who was fighting for the Banja people very seriously. But some people fought her. I don't know who was fighting such a hard-working woman. I will find out. But we shall counter them. We shall counter those forces. Like that lady, very hard-working, very, very committed, working for protecting the Banja people, protecting the small people against unfair taxes. So the petty taxes we are going to reject, we are rejecting them. Direct taxes. Let's go for indirect taxes. Ugandans are fond of if somebody sells muchomo or a chiwago, or bananas or gonja, let him. Don't only the license at the beginning of the year. Leave him alone. Let him get some money in his pocket. I know Ugandans, after a week he will be in the bar. He will buy a bottle of beer. We shall tax him like that. Himself, he will bring himself, say, I want to be taxed through the bottle of beer. And we tax him. Our daughters are fond of perfumes and so on. Let them sell their small things. Then they come, buy a perfume. There is a tax on the perfume bottle. This is a smarter way of taxing which does not cripple their small businesses. Endangering the environment must stop, because the environment is our mother. Industrialization will be intensified. We are going to attract more and more and more and more factories. Uganda will become a modern country. Foreign meddling will not be tolerated. We don't want foreigners to interfere in our affairs. If foreign interference was a source of wealth, Africa would be the richest country in the whole world, because we have had all sorts of interference: slave trade, colonialism, neo-colonialism, everything, foreign meddling we have had. Now we don't want any of that here in Uganda. If you are a friend, we can talk, we exchange opinions, but don't interfere in our affairs, because we don't interfere in yours. We are going to develop the oil and gas industry, and this will push Uganda quickly to the middle income status. We are going to get the middle income status even without oil. But with oil, it will be much, much easier. The important thing is to maintain peace so that any dialogue is peaceful and meaningful. Actually, we have some contacts with some of these groups. We can talk. Whatever the views they have, we shall talk. What we don't want is violence, is intimidation. Otherwise, we shall talk. If you have this, if you think like this, we shall also give you our opinion. Any attempt at a disruption will be decisively defeated. I've been hearing, I've been monitoring through intelligence the plans of, I don't know who, this one here. They would do this, they would do this. If anybody tries to disrupt our peace, we shall deal with him decisively. We shall deal with him or her. It's mainly him, the hers I have no problem. I have not had a her who is the problem. The hers are there quiet, but it is the his. he X, he B, he, I know X, Y, I know them. We shall deal with them decisively. I congratulate everybody that's participated in the elections, whether NRM or opposition. I congratulate the opposition for taking part. Although most of the time they are telling lies, they are doing what, but it's our job to counter them. To counter them. But I congratulate them on taking part. The only thing is to avoid is violence. I congratulate the voters. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the NRM. Thank you for supporting me. Uganda is unstoppable. I wish you good luck. Thank you very much.